Today we are going to have a look at composing, expanding our chord options beyond the normal diatonic key to include borrowed chords from, in this case, the parallel minor key. So one of the ways that we can expand the chords that we can choose is by looking at a parallel scale. And what chords do they also add? So what is a parallel scale? Well, I have here C major, and in this case I have written out C minor, C natural minor. So that's the sixth mode of the major scale. It's the aeolian mode. So the major scale is called the ionian mode. So if you want to sound really clever, you can say, I'm playing in C Ionian, and no one will know what you're talking about. So the normal major scale, C major, and the chords that we have available in that key, compared to the tonic minor, or C minor. And so here are the chords in C natural minor. I've used natural minor here. Using harmonic minor would mean we would raise the seventh note. But that gives us too many similar options that we've already got in the major scale. So for example, if we raised the seventh note, then we would turn the B flat into a B natural, and then we'd end up with the same type of dominant as we have in the normal major, so there's no point in doing that. So we're looking for other options here. So you can see the degrees of the scale match. So we have a chord 1 that starts on C, we have a chord 1 here that starts on C, and we have a chord 2 and a chord 3 that match the letter names. And so the function of the chords can be swapped. So rather than using chord 4 from the normal major scale, you could borrow C minor's chord 4 and use that instead. So this gives you some wonderful options. Many songs have been exploiting this feature and coming up with beautiful chord progressions. Some of them can be really emotional and just gives you so many more options. Now, it doesn't have to just be the aeolian mode. You can write out all of the parallel modes that start on C. So you could write out C Dorian, C Phrygian, C Mixolydian, etc., etc., etc. All of the 7 modes and all the chords that they contain, and then that gives you a whole range of options that you could explore for much more interesting chord progressions. Now I'm just going to try and see. So if you've seen that there, I'm going to see if I can do a little demo here. I think it might be easier if I just do a little, maybe if I just do a little piano comp, do a couple of phrases maybe, and trying to use these borrowed chords. All right, let's choose some. So I'm going to start on chord 1. Let's get rid of that. Now, instead of going to the dominant chord, which would be very common, I'm going to go to the tonic minor dominant, which is in fact a minor dominant, and I'm going to go to G minor. All right. Then let's see, I'm going to go back to C. Then I'm going to go to, let's see, where will I go now? We've got a little bit of a map to explore here. I might try and end this phrase on chord 4. I put my Roman numerals in a different place. Wondered why that was down there. Okay, so I'm just picking and choosing, and I'm really capturing this sound where we hear the normal C major. Now I'm going to go, you'll notice I've got a 7th here on chord 2 in C natural minor. It's so much more satisfying, and then it doesn't sort of expose the hard dry tone of the D to the A flat. So that's a much nicer option. So let's see, what have we got so far? Let's play our chords so far, and you'll see how it gives us such a different sounding. And then I might go chord 5. I'm sitting here thinking about what we're going to do. We don't need that. Then the normal chord 5. And then let's go crazy. All right. And then that will take us back to C major. So then I could do a 3rd phrase. I'll put that up here. This time. And then might go to normal F, or go to F minor, and then we can go to 1. Okay, so picking and choosing from, there we go. Picking and choosing from both, and you can have a lot of fun exploring it, and you'll get so much more interesting chord progressions. Okay, let's hear that now. It's so great to hear and the E flat against the C is so good. Okay, all right, so there we go. Now I need to let's compose this. So I need to do the left hand. Let's try this. So I'm just going through and voicing the chords, and you'll see I'm using, because I'm using the lower notes in the bass clef, I'm going to the root note, the 5th, and then to the 3rd of the chord. We can copy that one, and I can get smart here. There you go, but instead of F, we're using F minor instead. Okay, so C. So I'm just going to get this left hand sorted out. Now there, got to be careful. Get the notes right. Here we go. Where's G? Let's use G here, and of course then we've got E major, and you can do tricks. Look, I won't get distracted. It's so easy to get distracted with a lot of options. I could have used first inversion there because of the G in the previous chord, but I won't get carried away. See if I can keep on task here. That's a big ask, trying to keep me on task. It's very easy to get distracted. And then back to C. I can copy that here. What am I doing? C and G minor, grab that. There we go. And then I need F minor, grab that. And then back to C. And we'll just have the final chord. All right. So now I just need to construct a melodic line to go over that. And then you'll see how powerful it is. Now, when we're talking melodic line, you need to switch the modes. So to create melody, if I'm using a chord from the tonic major, that's great. But then if I'm then using explain that. If I'm using a chord from the tonic major, I should use the major scale. If I'm using a chord from the tonic minor, then I want to switch to the minor scale. All right, so creating a bit of a skeleton here. Hang on. Now I'm going to C, C. You can really, when you're creating a bit of a skeleton melody, you can really capitalize on repeating the same note twice because there's lots of ways you can embellish that. But now I'm going to capitalize. So that's, as far as this triad goes, that's like a non-chord tone. But I'm going to make that resolve. And stepping down. And I'm going to capitalize here. Going into, because it's F minor, I'm going into the minor scale there. Right, so here's my skeleton. Okay, I'm good with that at the moment. Oops, careful. If I turn that up, I'll blow up my recording here. Dumbest thing I just did then. But anyway, okay, so continue. You can see what I'm doing. I've got to watch what chord I'm in. All right, continuing. Same idea. So I'm holding the E over. Going to go up to there. So I'm following the same format. But see, I've got, because I'm using E flat. Now, so by going up the octave there, octaves are beautiful in melodies, just fantastic. That's going to link me then down to the chord of C, and then we should be able to start again. I'll just grab that. And then repeating that idea. Except that's F minor, and then we're going to C here. So I'll need some differences. Right, because I've got an A. So that A might be problematic here because I really need to go to the A flat. We want to, or at least I want to demonstrate how you can easily link things between chords. But of course we're going between two different scales here. So I might just make this a little bit more consistent for you. So I've got to go down to the A flat and then we can go on to the C. All right? All right, so there we go. We've made a little piece. The tempo here is probably a bit fast, so let's slow it down so it's a little more pretty. Tempo, I think crotchet equals 80 would be fine. All right, got that there. How does this sound? Okay, and then we probably just need, and we could roll that at the end. All right, now a bit more embellishing. So we can do some little melodic turns. Whoops, little triplet. Okay, so I reckon you get a sense of it when you hear it, and I think I'll put that there and then tie it across. It'll be really lovely. Let's make that a crotchet. Ties across the beat are fantastic. And you just get a sense of there we go. All right, let's see if we can see how that's going. Okay, and we could go on with that shape. Maybe I might okay, so you can see there I'm doing this very quickly, of course, and if I was spending more time I would look at more options and how I can embellish. But that will at least give you a sense of the concept of how I was able to compose with more chordal options by looking at the parallel minor scale. Okay, so that's the way to do it. That's worth playing around with, and we might explore later on how to work with some of the other modes as well. All right, so there you go. Enjoy and see what you can come up with.